Okay, so I wanted to share a little bit about the brochure if you're going to do a hard copy. So if you don't have access to Google Slides for whatever reason at home, or PowerPoint, um, or Canva, or any other kind of app, and you decide, hey, I want to make mine from hand, or you're just super crafty, then you can actually make it with a sheet of paper. So you can take just a regular sheet of copy paper, or cardstock. This is cardstock, construction paper, whatever you want to use, or whatever you have. And you can actually fold it. And so what I did was I just kind of like lined it up like this. And then I actually took my Sharpie and like ran it on the table, which, let me see if I can show you, like kind of like this. So I was just going like this, and it kind of straightened out the edges. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so if you do that, it kind of gives you straight edges. So then, okay, this is what your template looks like on Google Slides. So if you do it on Google Slides, same thing. So you're going to do your flaps, okay? So my front page is here. So here's my brochure. Here's my front. When I open it, I'm going to be able to see the inside right, okay, in the middle flap, but then I can open it, and then it's going to have like my whole brochure, inside left, inside middle, inside right. Okay, so one side of my paper looks like this, the other side looks like this. When I fold it up, this is how it's going to look. Got it? So if you have any questions about how to make the brochure, watch this video again. And then if you still have questions, comment on this video and I can answer them. If you do a hard copy, I do ask that you print out some pictures and include it on there, because when have you ever wanted to visit somewhere without seeing it? So I think it's very important that you put pictures on it. Other things that you could include if you're struggling with some ideas, places like big cities to visit. Like think about places that you want to visit and why you want to visit there. Those are the types of information that you put in a travel brochure. For example, I just got back from Asheville for the class, which I really didn't get to see much of Asheville, but I did look up some stuff about Asheville when I was there to see. Restaurants were a big thing in Asheville. They have tons of restaurants. So if I were making a brochure about Asheville, I'm going to include the restaurants. Hiking. There's tons of mountains. So if I'm going to have a brochure about Asheville, I'm going to include about hiking, about the different rivers and trails and all of that. Gosh, there is some history to Asheville, but that's not like one of their big draws that they draw people in with. But thinking about other places like St. Augustine in Florida, their big draws are the oldest city in America, and there's like a Spanish fort there. So if you're making a brochure about there, then you would include all that. If you look at mine for Cuba, I included top 5 cities to visit in Cuba. I talked about the beaches. Cuba's an island nation, so they have tons of beaches. I talked about dancing. They love to dance. So you want to focus in on what the culture is going to be like. If we were talking about Mexico, obviously we're not pointing out the air pollution in a travel brochure. So you would want to highlight some big things in Mexico. There's the Sierra Madre Mountains that they could go to. They can see the Gulf of Mexico. They could see the Pacific Ocean. So thinking about what they could see and what would be appealing. Brazil would be a great place. Amazon rainforest, Amazon river. So any of those things you could do. If you have questions, comment on this video.